Alright, Christopher Fox once again. And this is the request time for Judy and Amos videos, cartoon episodes that traumatize children. By Tove. Let's check it out. Yay.
When growing up, one thing we as kids loved doing was watching TV. Getting up early to watch Saturday morning cartoons or late at night to watch whatever was playing. These cartoons gave us dreams, expectations, and most of all, permanent memories. Though, some shows push the boundaries and us to remember the more disturbing sides.
Oh, hell no.
Today, we will be talking about cartoon episodes that traumatized children.
Sammy was fucked up.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Before this one actually starts, I want to let you guys know that today, the day that you're watching this, at 5 p.m. PST, we will be doing a live Q&A on my Discord server. So you can join and ask a question. It's going to be heavily moderated by my amazing team of mods. I also want to say that this video is heavily inspired by Blame It on George. His link is down in the description. Make sure to go subscribe to him. I love him. I look up to him as a creator. Hopefully one day I can narrate for his channel because I know he invites a bunch of YouTubers to narrate for his videos. But yeah, go subscribe to him. I love him. Also, this list is in no particular order. It's just the ones I wrote down. With that being said, make sure to grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's get started with the video. Pingu's Dream. Pingu. Pingu was a Swiss-British stop.
Never heard of this TV show. What the fuck?
Otmar Gutman in 1987.
Oh, it's like claymation, right?
Pingu,
yeah.
Who lives in the South Pole along with his family and friends. The show aired on BBC Children's and Education, and episodes averaged 5 minutes in length. Today, we will be talking about Season 1, Episode 26. Pingu's Dream. The episode starts off as normal, nothing out of the ordinary. Pingu's mom is reading him a bedtime story, and Pingu begins to drift away to sleep. He wakes up with the sound of his igloo jumping, and before you know it, the igloo flies away. Then his bed extends its legs, and it begins walking. The camera cuts to this creepy walrus.
What the fuck is that?
Go about their day. Not to mention that every time the walrus pops up, these synths are played. It just gives you some uneasy feeling. What's up with things involving walruses?
What the hell is that?
The directors keep showing the audience how the walrus is just watching Pingu.
Oh, hell no.
Makes his introduction. And you know how the directors made this already creepy character make his introduction to children? This is how.
Kill it. Kill it with fire. Let it burn.
It's clear to see that the walrus is supposed to have this goofy personality that finds everything funny and just wants to play. But they really messed up by making him almost human-like. The walrus begins messing with Pingu and eats his bed, all while non-stop laughing. Pingu and his bed begin running away.
Motherfucker, I'll spray you till your eyes burn off.
It's a cool transition because the next camera zooms out and you can see that he's in his room again.
So I got a fucking new one.
Crying and his mother consulting him. Yes. That's how this episode ends. Not only is this the ending to the episode, but this was actually the season finale. This episode was highly controversial and was eventually banned from television due to the giant walrus being too scary and unsettling for
there's worse stuff out there, for sure.
He used the same walrus model in a German short film he made years prior.
Which he's gonna show us.
Because the voice he used for the walrus is so unexpected. Here, I'll just play the clip.
Dass wir unsere Kundschaft ernst nehmen, das zeigt sich durch Produktgestaltung, der Kommunikationsräume, führt das alles sich mal um.
Stay away from me.
Let's move on. Let's move on the list.
Let's move on.
Blue Cat Blues. Tom Jerry.
I remember this one.
No introduction. I'm 100% sure everyone watching this video knows exactly who these two are. Blue Cat Blues is about Tom's love for a female cat. Which
still will Tom and Jerry to this day.
It begins with a quote by Jerry's narrator while watching Tom sit on the train tracks, patiently waiting for the train to come by. The quote is, "Poor Tom. In a few minutes, it'll all be over. And for the first time since he met her, he'll be happy. Poor, miserable, lovesick creature. I suppose people will say I should have helped him. I know. But it's better this way." Talk about a kid's show getting dark.
Yeah, it's just for kids, man.
Tom is in love with this cat, and how he is overthrown by another cat by the name of Mr. Butch. The cat with more money, more gifts, a better car. Tom resorts to drinking milk, which in this episode is a substitute for alcohol. Tom is seen sliding down a gutter until Jerry saves him. They get splashed by some water and come to find out it's Mr. Butch and the love of Tom's life riding away in his car with a "just married" sign. After this, the same thing happens to Jerry, as his girlfriend is riding away with another mouse. Jerry brings himself down to the train tracks, sits next to Tom, and both patiently wait for the train to pass by. The episode ends with the haunting horn of a train.
Creepy.
This episode was banned by Cartoon Network and Boomerang due to its references to alcohol, and also I just want to clear up a common misconception, and that is that this is actually the finale to the series. It's not.
Okay, so hopefully it's not.
Man's Best Friend, Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah,
this from 1991.
This show disturbed me, man.
clueless cat. This show got away with so much shit, it's actually scary.
Yeah,
Season 2, episode
true
4
that.
opens up with a man by the name of George Liquor adopting Ren and Stimpy at a pet store. Once he takes them home, he puts them through a bunch of rigorous tasks.
I don't remember
to see
this
if he can keep up
episode.
with how he wants his ideal pets to act. In one scene, he forces Stimpy to get on his couch so that he can learn how to be quote-unquote disciplined and, well, just watch.
Jeez. Talk about scarring a kid for life. Good lord.
That's a good boy.
I have no idea how Nickelodeon let this show air in the first place.
Me either.
Eventually,
It
George
very
says that
resembles
his
worse
pets
than
need to
this,
learn
though.
how to
Trust
attack.
me.
So he puts on this padded bite suit, and Stimpy is reluctant due to him being his owner. Ren, on the other hand, takes full advantage of this and begins beating the ever-living shit out of George with a paddle. So much so that George's head does a full 360 and right eyeball falls out of its
Oh my
socket.
god.
Ren continues on his rampage and just doesn't stop.
How is this on the kids channel? Jesus Christ.
And we all know what that means. Though he actually didn't die. It's still quite disturbing to add that little detail. But the disturbing parts of this episode don't end there. George climbs out of his suit, breathes like a maniac, and congratulates Ren on being a true champion. The episode ends with all three characters dancing.
Are those dildos in their mouths?
Now, this episode actually never ended up airing on Nickelodeon. It was banned once they saw what.
Obviously, it was banned because it was too scary for kids.
Ren and Stimpy adult party cartoon, and that
so basically, they South Parked. It's South Park fucking Ren and Stimpy to make it worse.
It was just a very sexual show.
Than it was.
And if the creator went from making a kids show and turning that kids show into a sexual, I mean, I guess we could see where his mind was. Anyway, we could tell that this creator was trying to go with this dark humor, but it just ended up being super creepy for kids and just not the right move. Teeth for Two. Cat Dog. This
show was a classic, man.
You may recognize Dog's voice since it's Tom Kenny, SpongeBob's voice actor.
Yeah, I know his voice sounds familiar with Dog.
Episode where whenever one of them does something, the other one feels
I love this cartoon. I still do.
Look, I hate the dentist already. Yes, I do go, but just the fact that there's drills in your mouth. Pause. No, bro. I just hate everything about the dentist. So
Me too.
Much.
Who doesn't?
The dentist tells them that the food they eat affects the other's teeth, resulting in Cat's teeth to become brown and blue. Cat tries to convince
the fact that they make these characters so adorable and cute looking makes it even more disturbing what these are showing. For sure.
Later that night, Dog is asleep and Cat attempts to brush his teeth. He is unable to do so because of all the food in his mouth. So what's the next best option? That's right. Traveling inside of their own body to come out as an inside-out cat out of Dog's mouth.
Yeah, I seen a gif of this, and it freaked me the fuck out. Look at that. How would that not scar a kid for life? This is supposed to be a kid show, not Happy fucking Tree Friends.
Screams of horror and swallows Cat back down to where he's supposed to be. Skipping to the end, they get their teeth fixed, but end up getting food allergies from all the junk they ate throughout the entire episode. Never thought I'd see an inside-out cat trying to brush a dog's teeth.
Fucked up.
Knuckles and his hilarious problem.
Oh my god, who remembers this show? Let me know in the comments. I love this show.
So much disturbing shit. Personally, as a kid, I loved it just because it was so gross and I thought that was so funny back in the day. I remember pausing at those funny still
These were creepy though.
Zoomed in
that's terrifying.
faces. Anyway, season 2, episode 4 is Knuckles and his hilarious problem. This episode is about addiction. More specifically, Knuckles' addiction to candy, which has the effects of alcohol, from feeling warm and happy, angry at the world, to depression. The next morning, after Knuckles ingests a bunch of candy, Flapjack realizes that Knuckles has become addicted to the candy. So much so that he hallucinates, sees Flapjack as a lollipop, and tries eating him. Next, Knuckles begins manipulating Flapjack and tells him that he's just fine and he can trust him. Though this only leads to 2 candy rampages where he steals from homes, babies, and a gumball machine. Then we go to this depressing scene showing just how this candy addiction has left Knuckles, getting kicked out of the candy trough, being used as a doormat, and taking any bit of candy he can get, even if it's from a stranger's mouth.
You better not eat that Knuckles. Ew.
Bubby decides to send Knuckles off to
How does these disturb me, but stuff in horror
movies
movies doesn't?
Here, Knuckles begins hallucinating and imagines a giant Flapjack putting his arms inside of his mouth and vomiting candy into it.
Yeah, that was terrifying. Can't believe.
Very dark episode if you think about it. Especially
can't believe this
just
isn't
how
even made for
bad
kids.
The effects of candy have left Knuckles. I really like the episode though. It really makes you aware of just how bad alcohol or any addiction can be.
Especially with weed and
Earth
shit.
Mover. Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond released in 1999. And
I had
aired
seen
on
Batman
Network
cartoon,
and
but it
WB
wasn't this
Kids.
one.
Today we're going to be talking about Season 1,
I don't think it
Episode
was.
15, aka Earth Mover. We start with this teenage girl by the name of Jackie hanging with her friends, one of which is
There's tons of
Terry
Batman
Higgins,
cartoons. I
aka
don't know which
Batman
one I
after the
watched, but it
original
wasn't this
Bruce
one.
Wayne Batman. She explains that she's been feeling like she was followed and watched by someone. Soon after that, Terry sees a mysterious figure outside through the window. A chase begins, but the figure isn't caught. The next day, Jackie's adopted father gives all three of them a ride, but first he says he wants to show them something. That being a piece of land he plans on buying and placing a factory on. An earthquake happens, and again, there is another fight scene. After this, Bill, her adopted father, explains that he thinks it might be Jackie's real father looking for him. He tells the story from many years ago, and while he was trying to dump toxic waste into an abandoned mine shaft, the wire pulling up the container got stuck on a piece of wood and resulted in the entire mine shaft collapsing in on itself. Jackie's father was at the bottom and ended up being crushed by the debris. Not only that, but was covered by the toxic waste. Everyone assumed that he died instantly, and Bill felt
Did he become
so
a
bad
zombie?
that he ended up adopting Jackie, who was only a kid at the time. Fast forward into the episode, and the Earth Mover has trapped both Jackie and Bill underground.
Oh,
During this scene,
copyright. That's
Jackie
why you
finds
showed
out
that.
what her father actually looks like, and, well...
Oh my god.
So like the text was saying, I can't show too much due to a copyright.
He did become
claim,
a zombie.
But basically, Jackie is horrified seeing that this is her father. I mean, who wouldn't be? Look at the way they drew it. Yeah, that's basically the scene in a nutshell. I mean, you can listen to that voice. It sounds like he's struggling to get his words out.
God,
He seems to
horror
think that
movies I've
Bill
seen
betrayed
lately
him
aren't
and
as
left him to
aren't as
die
bad
so
as
that
this
he didn't have
shit.
to split the revenue with a partner. He also
Seriously.
sees Bill adopting Jackie as her getting stolen from him. Imagine accidentally dying and then the friend that accidentally killed you adopts your daughter. Bro, eventually, Batman swoops in and saves the day. The episode ends with this very dark quote.
My father. He's not your father. Not really. He's a ghost.
Dad.
God, I can see kids being traumatized by this shit. Someone
Mooch
said,
Master P, Mr. Meaty. Mr. Meaty.
"Oh my god, I just did a reaction to a video with Mr.
Was
Meaty."
canceled due to a mix of low ratings and criticism from adults and vegetarians who protested against the show. Honestly, the show was very lucky it even lasted 3 years, considering how ugly all the characters were.
They were ugly, but I liked it.
Josh and Parker through their
I thought it was
odd
funny.
adventures. Season 1, Episode 6 begins with Parker quote-unquote mooching
This one
off of everyone
specifically
eating their
didn't
food.
traumatize
Josh
me. There are a few more
seems to be eating raw
episodes.
patty. Then, weird things start
One of them
happening.
lost a
Like,
nose and a rat ate it. That's
Parker
worse
bite
than this
out of
shit.
disappear. Josh records it with a
But this is
camcorder
creepy
and slows
too,
down the
though.
footage. Then we see that a giant tapeworm is living inside of Parker, eating all of his food. They decide to get rid of the tapeworm the only way they know how, fishing it out of Parker's stomach. They do end up getting it out, and an Australian man comes by and says he'll buy it for his zoo. Though he doesn't take it to the zoo. Instead, he swallows it whole in front of him.
Go. Come on in.
Oh my god.
That's the stuff.
Mexican Drake and Josh
Says
since
she
they were
tickles
creepy
on
as
the way
puppets.
down. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, creepy.
King Ramses'
Hey, it's your
curse / remembrance
Oh, yeah.
of Courage Past. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Who doesn't
This
love
list
this
would
show?
not be complete without mentioning Courage the Cowardly Dog. I could go on and on about all the creepy monsters that gave kids nightmares throughout the entire.
The one with the giant
series,
floating
but
ghost head was the worst
that
one
stuck with me the
for me.
most, and that's King Ramses' curse.
No.
This episode,
This one was
does not
cool,
want to
but it
return
wasn't that
his sword to
scary
slap
as people
because
make it
he
out
hears
to
on the
be.
news that it's worth $1 million.
There's one with the big giant brain that glows that lights up with a UFO. That one scared me.
I'm pretty sure you can legally get it back for free. Then the door gets slammed.
He gets his head
When it
ripped
becomes
off in
nighttime,
one
they
and
hear
one of them
a
with the
creak at
chicken
door
without a
and
head.
outside. Then we get King Ramses, who
So
just
much
keeps repeating
about the show that was
"Return the slab
awesome.
or suffer my curse."
He is creepy though, I gotta say. He is creepy. This guy is.
It's just such a creepy design, and also it's a 3D model in a 2D animated show. There's so many instances of just
Yeah.
plain creepy stuff in this cartoon, but that's what gave it its charm. I feel like Courage the Cowardly Dog definitely let
That
young
looks
kids
creepy.
know
That
whether
that
they like the
creeped me
horror
out
genre.
too.
So shout out to Courage the Cowardly Dog for that. I also want to talk about another episode called Remembrance of Courage.
Oh, that's where he first. That's where, yeah, I told the story when he was a baby.
This episode is about Courage's parents, which sadly got taken away from him at an early age due to an evil veterinarian. This veterinarian puts Courage's parents in a rocket ship, and Courage can't do anything because he's just a pup. While being chased,
Oh,
Courage hops
that was
into a garbage
heartbreaking.
disposal and escapes. He watches as his parents are sent off to space and waves goodbye.
At least he didn't die.
We see how Courage is adopted by Muriel and why she decides
Yeah,
to
that's
name
when
him
she
Courage.
found them.
Meanwhile, in the present day, the same thing is about to happen to Muriel and Eustace, but luckily, Courage is able to save the day and send the veterinarian
Eustace
to space
gets
this time.
saved,
In
but he ends
space,
up treating
finds
Courage
himself
like
with all
shit
the other dogs he
anyways.
has experimented on, including Courage's parents.
I still love this show to this day. Still
Those two
wondering.
episodes never left my mind. I think about those episodes to this day.
I'm surprised he hasn't mentioned Invader Zim
Jurassic
yet.
Park, Futurama. This is a little bonus.
Futurama?
The reason I'm throwing this in as a bonus
That ain't a
is
kid's
because,
show,
one,
dude.
Futurama wasn't really made for kids. It was a show for young adults. And two, I don't think this episode traumatized anyone. It was just incredibly sad. And if
It
you're a
was,
fan of
but it's not for
Futurama,
kids.
You already know what I'm talking about. This episode, Jurassic Park, was the hardest one to rewatch for me. This episode is about Fry's old dog from
I'm sure
1997 named Seymour. In case you guys
I
don't know,
haven't
Futurama
ever
takes
even
place
seen
in
this
the year
episode
3000,
before.
with Fry being the only person from the year 2000, since he accidentally fell into a cryogenic chamber on New Year's Day. Anyway, Fry finds Seymour as a fossil in a museum, where he then takes home to the professor. The professor explains that he can actually bring back Seymour
It was a
with
good
new
show,
technology. And so Fry begins getting ready for Seymour's return. This includes a doggy bed, a collar, and some chew toys. When the
Oh,
professor
man,
is
that
ready
is
to bring
sad.
back Seymour, Bender throws his body into a pit of lava because he's jealous that Fry will have a new best friend. We get a flashback of Seymour doing everything in his power to find Fry. Seymour eventually finds Fry, but no one in the lab notices that Fry is in there. Even his parents who go to pick up Seymour. Talk about
Oh my
frustration.
God.
Anyway, Bender jumps into
That
the
is
lava pit
upsetting.
and retrieves Seymour's body. Seymour didn't burn due to the material covering his body. The professor finds out that Seymour actually lived his full lifespan of 15 years, 12 years after Fry's disappearance. So
Yeah.
Fry decides not to bring him back simply because he doubts Seymour even remembers him, and he probably moved on with another family. But wait, here's the kicker. We, the audience, get a
What happened to the sound? What the fuck?
with another family. But wait, here's the kicker. We, the audience, get a
What happened? The subtitles are gone too. What the hell? I guess it's copyright shit. Fucking YouTube and they're abusing the goddamn copyright system. So I had to sit here and listen to the rest of the video without any sound. Really?
episode was actually nominated
Okay,
for
it's
an Emmy in
back
2003, which, that's just how good the episode was. Sadly, it did not win the Emmy. The Simpsons beat it out, which is also made by Matt Groening. So, Matt Groening, good on you. Yeah, this episode tore my heart out when I watched it.
I've seen worse.
I hope you
Brian
guys
and Kenny's death from South Park and Family Guy bothered me
make sure to
more.
Subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 200,000 subscribers. Make sure to go follow me on all my socials, Instagram, Twitter. Go subscribe to my second channel. Join the Discord server because we're going to be talking later today. And even if you're watching this video on the day that I didn't upload it, it's okay. Sometimes I join the voice channels and I just talk to you guys when I'm bored. You'll get guaranteed sneak peeks on my channel membership. So if you want to join that for $1 or $1.99,
Right.
be my guest. We also got merch. I'm just going to promote that since saying everything. My next video will be TikTok Iceberg Part 3 with a special co-host. Part 3 is the finale, so we're going to end off the series with number 3, and you guys are going to love her, so make sure to stay tuned,
All
turn on
right.
post notifications, and I will see you guys next time I upload.
Man, I remember most of those. I don't remember the Futurama one, but the rest of those I can remember. There was some one I remember, but that Mr. Meaty shit was terrifying. But yeah, in 18 minutes. Wow, my longest video in a long time. So I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. See you on the next video. Peace out, y'all. Bye-bye.